What is your mission in life? We have all heard that we have come to this world with a purpose, a mission, right? But how many of us know why we are here? And how many of us ask ourselves, what is our mission of life? We all feel safe and superficially pleased within our comfort zone, where we unconsciously choose to remain as long as possible, ignoring that it draws us away from our true purpose in life. It takes us away from our life mission. Our comfort zone takes us away from our life mission. There are two types of people. Those who have already discovered what their purpose is and are not doing it. Because their beliefs still do not leave them, and they suffer in that search and duality between I know what I should be doing, but I do not do it, I cannot or should not, and those who have not yet discovered and continue on the autopilot, waking up, working, paying the bills, sleeping, waking up, working. The mission of life is something we have come to do here on Earth, in this period that we choose to go through some tasks to evolve, getting better, and continue our journey, as beings of light. We may have come for several purposes, and there is no general rule for everyone. Everyone has their tasks to fulfill, from learning to forgive, learning to love, serving, or anything else that is not in the service of the ego but our soul. Whenever we hear about life's mission, we associate it with something great, as a very big purpose, and when we see people who seem to have found their mission in this life, telling us what that mission is like, they look like someone very big. Many times people even find what they came here to do, but since they don't get that super happiness or enlightenment, they end up believing that it is not that or that it should be something else. We relate our life mission with a work full of glamour, where the person wakes up and leaves the bed smiling and spends the day extremely accomplished doing that, and will be recognized for it. Finding our life mission goes through living here and now, consciously, and embraced to self-knowledge and unconditional love. I do not see the mission of life that way. I know a story that I have heard and I do not remember well, but it is more or less like this. In a way, some men won some treasures and failed to appreciate them, using them in the wrong way, so the gods, to punish them, decided to hide all those treasures from men, and looking for where men would never find them, they began to think. One of the gods said, "We will hide at the bottom of the sea, no man will not find them." Another said, "We will hide them on top of the highest mountain," and so they went to look for places to hide those treasures. One god, very wise, said, "Man is able to move heaven and earth, to go to the moon to find what he wants, but he will never search within himself. We will hide the greatest riches of men within them." And so they did, they hid all the great treasures within men, since this was a very difficult place to find. And so it is, until today. Men seek miraculous answers in all that is a place, but when they hear that the answer is within themselves, they continue to seek another answer that pleases more. The mission of life is not in a different place but within you. It is no use searching for all the answers because nothing is out. Everything is in you. And I know that phrase is cliché, and that you hear more and more about it, but that's what it is. The search for success, recognition, fame, power, money are traps of the ego, to get us out of what is important. Nothing I have quoted is bad, but the way in which the human being uses it over the years is always bad. How to make the way to find my life mission? 1. Reconnect with your inner child. When we arrived in this world, even without much external influence from the world, even before understanding what others expected of us, our inner child said what he wanted to be when he grew up. Do you remember what your child wanted to be? There is much wisdom in this answer. Because the child still had no fears or beliefs that we developed over time, such as, that does not give money, that cannot go well, I am not good at it, I do not know how to handle that, I have no talent, and there are many people better than I. No, the child only had the desire. 2. Look at the activities that give you pleasure. What would you do if there was no money, fame, power, and no one was seeing it? This question is complex, and perhaps you have been looking for the answer for some time, but that is certainly linked to your mission in this life. 3. What do you do when you are alone? When you are completely alone, what do you do? What are your thoughts? Can you stop to hear what your body says? Or do you turn on the TV, the radio? Do you go to a social network soon because you don't like staying by yourself? Finding the path to our life mission and exploring it consciously can become the most sublime experience we could experience in this life. The road to your life mission, I don't know what it is, but one thing I can assure you, you will be lonely. You won't have the glamour that you seem to have, you will be against the actions of people who wake up, work, pay bills, sleep, and you will wonder many times if you are on the right path. 4. Practice self-knowledge. Do you know what you like? Without influence from what others say. You know what your flaws are, not what others say you have, what you discover. What are your biggest skills? What are you really good at? Or better, in what are you unique and special? We all have a treasure box hidden inside us, with unique wonders and gifts. On the outside of that box, there are some monsters caring for anyone to open the box, if found. These monsters emerge our greatest defects, our greatest fears, greatest ghosts, so that people do not want to approach and open the box. And that is why most people do not really know themselves. They are superficial and prefer to believe what they say about themselves than to face the monsters and open the box. Your life mission is far from your comfort zone. You will have to leave the box to find it.
If you want to uncover what has been encoded in your destiny when you were born, there's a free, personalized numerology report you can grab here.